was a falling trend line which has been violated yesterday on a intraday chart, that is hourly chart, and I think looking at that technical parameter, that violation of a falling sloping trend line, I believe that it could see higher levels, and it has also crossed some very short-term moving averages which indicate that stock could go up to 665 or 670, and hence I have initiated a call for a target of 662 with a stop loss.
Okay, that's the word which is coming in on a Bank of Baroda. The counter holding up by 0.6% at 649. What's the second trading idea in each of our experts' portfolio? Well, Sanjeev Agarwal has chosen an on Mobile Global. It's been a rough ride for the counter, and the latest news that has come in is that the promoter has reduced stake in the company, 11% off over the last 3 months. Where do you see it headed now?
If you see, the on mobile, after the controversy had corrected very sharply and it had taken a pullback towards 42, 43, had been a huge resistance out there around 45, and it was not able to cross that. And for last 3 days, it continuously has been falling on a higher volume. So I just thought, this is a share which is not able to participate in any rally which Nifty is showing, and it should continue for the downfall, and it's very close to achieving the target of 38.15, and it has hit the low of 38.55 by now, and I expect this share should be going down even more because there doesn't seem to be any positive trigger as of now.
Okay, and on-mobile global lower by 2% and very close to the target that Sanjeev has set up out. What about a Bata India, Vishal? That was your second call for the day. The counter has gained close to 73% from the start of this year. Do you see it topping that all-time high as well?
Yeah, Bata is one very good stock which has been outperforming the market in the last almost a year or so. And I think after some consolidation between this 900 and 950 levels, it will start moving ahead and make new highs above 1000 levels. For today, I have a target of around 920, 922 with a stop loss of 890.
Okay, those are some of the levels that Vishal is advocating on a Bata India. And once again, Rakesh has chosen the same pick. If we look at the counter over the last 1 month, Rakesh, Bata India has done absolutely nothing. It's just been up by 0.2%. So what's the reason for going long?
Yeah, see, the trend which has been seen is the stock has seen a huge momentum in last, I would say, 1 year, as you mentioned. But always it has been moving in a sideways kind of a trend for a very short term, that is 1 week or so, and then immediately it starts and gets in upward momentum. If now it happens to stay above this 900 or 910 level for 1 or 2 days, I think it could once again enter into a new high, or maybe above that 937 level, which is the previous high. I believe that that could happen because the momentum is picking up and volumes are also picking up.
Okay, a pretty aggressive target of 940. 909 is where the counter is currently placed at. Time for a quick break. 6 more trading ideas from our experts coming your way in just a bit.
Great to have you back with us right here on the Stock Game. Time to discuss the third idea then, coming in from each of our experts. And Sanjeev, let's talk about the Reliance Capital. And of course, it's off by about 1.5% right now. So what made you bearish on the charts for it?
Reliance Capital has been taking a very strong resistance above 365. 2 days back, it had broken above 365, but yesterday again it closed below 365. And as the global cues were bearish, I expected it, to go down to at least 355, where I have kept a target just above 356, and it just missed the target by just around, say, 30-35%. Overall, I expect this share to be bullish once after, 355 is a very short-term target as the market is, trying to consolidate between 5400 to 5450. Overall, I expect this share may be, heading higher, but for today, we can buy back our share like what we have sold somewhere around 355.
Okay, Reliance Capital, a bit of a laggard in today's session, off by 1.5% at 353. We'll come straight to Vishal Malkan in just a bit, but Rakesh, let's bring it to you and your third trading strategy. It's the HeroMotorcorp. The counter is doing very well in the intraday chart, shows a good spike in volumes over the last few minutes or so. It's outperformed the Sensex as well as the auto index, so all favors seem to be stacking up in favor of it.
Yes, we have correctly noticed all the factors, but I would like to add that since the level of 2125, the stock has been continuously falling, and while falling, it has formed a channel formation. It's a falling channel formation from which it has seen a breakout at 1940 or so, and it retraced that breakout, and once again it started an upward momentum. And on hourly chart, it is indicating that it would pick up the momentum, and we could see higher levels up to 1990. Maybe today, by end of the day, it could happen, and we could see 1990 level today only.
Okay, expecting 1990 today only for a HeroMotorcorp. But let's talk about a Bajaj Hindustan. That's Vishal's third pick for the day. And Vishal, what trends made you go short on the counter? Because right now, of course, it's looking a bit perky.
Yesterday, all sugar stock got a beating, and I think Bajaj is the weakest of all out of Renuka and Balrampur. So I've just taken a trading call for today with a target of 30.5 for a stop loss of 32.20. Otherwise, it's almost into a sideways range. Nothing, not a long-term bearish call on this.
Okay, that's a word which is coming in on a Bajaj Hindustan. You've got Vishal Malkan, who is shorting the counter with a target of 30.25, a stop loss at 32.2. To the last and final trading idea, Sanjeev is betting on an NTPC futures. You're shorting that. It's been a bit of negative fundamental news. Technically, what are you reading?
Yeah, this stock has actually, risen a little strongly 2 days back, but that was seeming one-off kind of a move. Yesterday, again, this stock started correcting back. So I just thought it may be reaching back to 165, 166 level again. And I seen the intraday chart of yesterday's. This has been, looking like even when the Nifty was recovering, this share was not participating in the rally, and it was continuously sliding. And overall, I just felt, this share is not going to be positive. Looking at its internal charts, intraday charts for the volumes, the price, and everything seems to be, heading down towards 165, 166. For the day, we have kept a target of 168.35 because I think this stock is not a very sharp mover. It's not very high beta. So it just moves very slowly. Last 2 days also has been, we have been missing the target. So I didn't want to, keep the target very, very ambitiously because the market has been very dull this week, and it's more like a, playing a Russian roulette.
Okay. Well, away from an NTPC, what about an HDL? Because that's Vishal's last pick for the day. Vishal, yesterday this one lost close to 4%, and today, though, it's managed to hold itself up. Do you think we could be looking at a 75 or a 70 as well for an HDL in the near future?
Yeah, HDL being the sector is already underperforming since a long time, and HDL looks the weakest in the sector, and I took a trading call for a target of around 77. You can expect 75 levels maybe in the next couple of. Overall, a weak stock, and with a stop loss of 80.55.
Okay, that's a word which is coming in on an HDIL futures. The counter, though, for today is holding up by 0.3%. Rakesh Gandhi is choosing to short a Reliance Power. It's very volatile for the entire ADAG pack. Do you think that the entire undertone for this counter is negative?
Yes, I think the Reliance Power has remained above that 87 level since the month of May, and while remaining in a very choppy kind of trend, it has formed a head and shoulder pattern which has seen a downward breakout below a neckline while it broke yesterday 87 level. I believe the target for this head and shoulder is quite lower. I would say it would be 75. That would be very pretty soon it could happen, and hence I have initiated an intraday target of around 81 rupees, and hence with a stop loss of 87.25. I believe that counter is quite weak, and we could see this level of 75 maybe by this weekend, maybe tomorrow, or maybe by Monday also.
Okay, that's a rather pessimistic view coming in on a Reliance Power. 81 is the immediate target. 75 also may just be witnessed. With that, let's take you through the calculator once again then. Well, we've got Sanjeev's portfolio first up. Balrampur Chini has been stopped out. The other three counters, though, are helping him mitigate some of those losses. But overall, the portfolio is still lower by about 1%. That's 4,500 rupees. Vishal Malkan then, well, we've got an HDL August future where he's hit the target. Bajaj Hindustan's the only spot of bother, and there's nothing to stem his gains of close to 51,000 rupees at this point in time. Rakesh Gandhi then, well, three buying, and one short idea was what he was going ahead with. All of them are working in his favor this morning. 4.5% higher for the overall portfolio. That's a very smart comeback with him making close to 24,000 rupees at this point in time. So we've got, of course, Vishal in the first place, followed by Rakesh and Sanjeev. But of course, we are not done yet with the stock game because we've got one more day to go through with. But gentlemen, thanks of course for joining us.
Okay, well that wraps it up right here on BNS and the Stock Game and Traders 20. Thanks for watching. Don't go anywhere. Market Sense up next.